Yo, what's good? It's your boy Derek Branch of SportsView360.com covering the New Orleans Saints. In today's video, I want to talk about, the latest media, national media, um, take their, viewpoint on the upcoming season for the New Orleans Saints. We're going to just talk about this analysis that was released today by ESPN Plus article that was put together by multiple contributors from ESPN's NFL coverage. And I just want to talk about does the media justify in their outlook on New Orleans Saints as it pertains to this upcoming season in the future. So this article is about the power rankings of the future, projections for all 32 teams. I'm just going to read the opening segment of what the article is mainly about. Every NFL team will enter the 2024 season trying to win now, but savvy franchises aren't focused only on the short term. They also keep an eye on the future and set themselves up for long-term success. So, which teams are primed to be among the league's best over the next few years? In our annual future power rankings, we focus on the next three seasons, 2024 to through 2026, and stacked all 32 clubs, longer lens expectations. To do so, we asked our panel experts, Dan Graziano, Louis Riddick, and Aaron Schatz, to rate each team's quarterback situation, remaining non-QB roster makeup, front office, and coach staff using this scale. So you have 100 is A plus, which means it's elite. 90, A, regular A, great. 80, B, very good. C, average. 70, 60, D, very bad. 50 and below, F, disastrous. So for the New Orleans Saints, they have them at a 68. So anything in that 60 range is very bad. So they have them as the bottom of the barrel right now. Let's go ahead and click on what they have for the Saints. So they're like second to last team on this list, man. The last team on is the Las Vegas Raiders. Saints overall score is 68.6. They're ranked 31 in these future team power rankings. So they view this team as going to be really bad now and for the future, for the next 2 years. And I'm gonna go ahead and read, everything that they said about why it's gonna be that bad. So for the overall roster, they have quarterback 73, NFL rank is 22, quarterback 70.3, coaching staff 66, that's bad, very bad. Front office 64.7, that's bad as well, a D. So it's 32 in NFL rank, coaching staff 31 NFL rank, quarterback of 28, a 73. Overall roster minus the quarterbacks is 73, score of 22. That's like a C. So overall, I give him a 68.6. So what Dan Graziano said about the Saints reason for hope segment is that, quote, oh man, this one is tricky. Chris Olave, I guess he's a true standout wide receiver. And whoever ultimately replaced Derek Carr in the next year or two should benefit from having him around. First round pick, Talise Fawanga should help them finally answer the left tackle question too, from quote, end quote from Dan Graziano. So this is what Louis really got to say for the reason concern segment. Quote, the Saints have played championship caliber defense for quite a while now, and I'm sure they will gain again. They will again in 2024 and beyond. The concern is the offensive side of the ball, where new coordinator Clint Kubiak must get better production out of a run game that was 31st in yards per carry in 2023 and in the bottom quarter of the NFL and explosive plays on the ground. The Saints need that run game complement to open up the passing game, especially since Carr posted the best QBR in 2023 using play action pass 86.8 from you, quote end quote from you, Louis Riddick. Aaron Schatz on the Nugget to know the Saints had the oldest team in NFL last season with a snap weighted age of 27.6. No other team was above 27.1. The Saints had the oldest offense, 27.8, second oldest defense, 27.6, and sixth oldest special teams, 26.8. End quote from Aaron Schatz. All right. So to close it all out, sum it all up, I raised the question of does the media justify in having this opinion on the New Orleans Saints? Because everywhere you go, every major website out there, every big medium to large website, every podcast, YouTube channel that don't have a lens on the New Orleans Saints, don't have a really deep grasp of the New Orleans Saints. They just base things off how they perform over the last few years. The outlook for this team is negative. Well, I won't say negative, but it's just not an outlook of having confidence that they'll be a good football team in the future. And that's because of what happened last year and what happened the last two seasons where the Saints had a good football team, where the Saints I think they had the firepower to win the NFC South and possibly even do more damage in the playoffs. So, I mean, they are justified in having and feeling this way. Even everybody, Colin Cowherd, Mina Kimes, Stephen A. Smith, they're justified in feeling this way because the Saints had a chance last year to take advantage of one of the easiest schedules in NFL history, and they couldn't get it done with the team that they had. And as for the Saints, what the Saints need to do about this is just block this stuff out. They could use it as motivation if they want to, or they could just block off the noise. But you gotta show everyone that you're a team that's on the come up again. Similar to what we saw in 2017, where you know you drafted a Marshawn Lattimore, you drafted Ryan Ramczyk, you drafted Marcus Williams, Trey Hendrickson, all Alvin Kamara, but nobody really know who those guys were until we saw them step on the field and produce. And that's going to be the case with this class that we have, this draft class, this regime that we have right now. Nobody's going to be convinced on going to be sold on what the New Orleans Saints can do until they actually step onto the field. And I'm not talking about the preseason. I'm talking about regular season games. It might take 5 to 7 games to like sway people's opinions about this football team. And rightfully so, man. Everybody, it's their right to have that opinion. And it's not hating because the Saints had it, like I said, the Saints had their chance to prove people wrong the last 3 seasons. They really did. And so people are off the bandwagon now. People are not high on the Orleans Saints as it were in previous years. Because last year, I'm gonna keep saying this, the NFC South was there for the taking. If we're being honest, there for the taking, and the Saints just could not, you know, put it all together until the last 4 games of the season. That's when they got better. When they went 4-1, and almost made the playoffs, but they needed help to even be in the conversation of the playoffs. But they didn't get it. They didn't get it. So they missed the playoffs for the third straight year. You know, so Saints just gotta go out here, man, block out that noise, and just prove people wrong. The media is gonna feel the way they feel, and they go off of what they've seen. They going off, what they've seen last season and the years before that. And it has the season that's just not it's not been good for the New Orleans Saints. And it's playing in one of the worst divisions in football. Your team was better. You're better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You were better than you definitely better than the Carolina Panthers. You're better than the Atlanta Falcons. You got the personnel to beat those teams. That should be no excuse of why things have gone the way they've gone, or why the roster is the way it is right now. It shouldn't have gotten to that point, and we wasted some prime years of players like a Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, so many good players. We're wasting the prime years of a really good defense, you know. And I was thinking I see another. We may have this defense. The defense may be around, may be good for another like 1 or 2 seasons, man. But to start falling off, do you really start to rebuilding that side of the football, you know? But Saints just got to go out and do it, man. You just got to go out and do it. I from going from now until the start of the season, there's not going to be a whole lot of positive outlook articles on the New Orleans Saints. That's for sure. Nobody's sold on the Saints like they were in previous years. I think that grace period is gone from everybody from a national media perspective. That grace period of believing that the Saints can do great things during the season, make a playoff run, that's gone. Them years are gone. So the Saints just got to go out there and just handle business, man. But I'm not really surprised about this, man. It's just been one article after another on the Saints that's been, that have had bad outlooks. Some people believe that the Saints gonna have a top 10 pick, a top 5 pick, and they may draft a quarterback next year. That's a lot, you know. A lot of people feel that way, So we just gotta wait and see how everything's gonna play out. All right, so that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. What do you think? Do you think the media is justified for having this type of outlook on the New Orleans Saints, or should it be the other way around? And also check out sportsview360.com/Saints for latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.